Soldier. Okay, I think we're on. Yep, we're on. Nice. Hey everyone, it's Tom. Welcome back to a brand new stream. I'm back. Yeah, I am back. Business has resumed. I have been, streams haven't been as consistent. They've not been as consistent as, you know, just because I was very busy with the show. Now that the show's finished, I've got a little bit more time on my hands. I won't have too much. I have just started my professional placement as well. However, my weekends have now been freed up slightly. So, because I know the last couple of weeks have been, you know, a little bit, you know, sporadic with tech rehearsals and then weekend show, which normally tends to happen. It's like, you know, it's just one of those things. It's like, I'm happy to be doing it. Honestly, it's like I don't know what else I do. It's the one thing I feel like I'm actually good at. I was actually I actually started recording a video yesterday. I'm not gonna go into it much, but I ended up scrapping it just because I couldn't really control my personal emotions towards it. It's a very personal thing to me, and I don't know, I just kind of struggled a little bit, but that is okay. You know, we're human beings. We do struggle. So I've just come on to have a bit of a chill one tonight. Can't be bothered playing Marvel Rivals. That game is really starting to test my patience. I am excited for the anniversary stuff. I am excited for that, particularly the fact that you can basically get up to, what was it, like 23,000 units temporarily, which I think is really cool. I'm excited for that. Yeah, that's going to be really fun. But yeah, for now I'm just playing as Sentry Winter Soldier. Don't really know what to talk about for this stream. I don't really have a main point of conversation. I'll tell you what, I am going to talk about one thing that is starting to really do my head in. I'm getting so sick and tired of these AI generated set photos and costume designs for Avengers Doomsday. I'm getting so sick and tired of them because they, in my opinion, it's just a load of crap. Like, it's just a load of... Okay, cool, the images, they look, you know, they look realistic, and fair play, there's some pretty cool designs that have come from them, but it's not human made. And I'm going to be honest, I feel like once we actually see what they're going to look like in the movie, it's going to blow them out of the water. And also, there's so many stupid AI like images claiming that they know what you know, Tobey Maguire is going to look like in the movie. He's not even been confirmed. Yes, I can see the rumours, and would I like him to be in it? Yes, that guy was my Spider-Man, is my Spider-Man. No disrespect to the others, I love Andrew Garfield and I love Tom Holland. And I'm buzzing for a brand new day. But yes, I grew up with Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. Of course I would like to see him back, but at the same time I'd like to see all of them back, you know? I don't just want to see one Spider-Man. I want to see all three of them. They had such an amazing chemistry in No Way Home, and they were, quite frankly, one of the best things to happen in the MCU since post-Endgame. You know, it's just one of them. Of course I'd like to see him. But stop making these stupid images, taking the work of Sam Raimi, of John Watts, and trying to repurpose their costumes and their designs for a film we don't even know is actually happening yet. Or for a cast announcement we don't even know is actually happening yet. You know, I keep seeing all of these stupid rumours and next casting announcement rumoured to be happening in December, next one happening in November, next one happening in October. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You'll be lucky if you hit any more cast members before we start getting, you know, the marketing, if at all, you know. And to be honest, I'm gonna be really. Do we need more? Do we? Like, for a film that is loaded with, you know, classic Avengers, new Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men, you know, the Wakandans, it's like, what more do you want, you greedy bastards? Like, I'm sorry, but the film already has an incredible lineup. I should have been playing the first game for this, I'm going to be honest, but oh well. We've got Sentry here, and we know him and Bucky are in the film, and I've got Sentry and Winter Soldier here, so what more do we want? Like, honestly, yes, okay, Spider-Man would be great. Would it be great to see Steve Rogers back? Of course it would, but at the same time, we've literally just had one movie and a TV show with Sam Wilson as Captain America. I feel like he needs more of a chance, because his movie, bless Anthony Mackie, went through hell, and I'm going to be honest, it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best movie. You could see the developmental problems it had in the final product, which is not great, but at the same time, Anthony Mackie, I think he worked well with what he had. And unfortunately, what he had was a very rocky process, and he worked well with it. You know, like, he was great. I feel like he was great in Brave New World. I don't think Brave New World was a great movie. Theoretically, I feel like they should have just made it a movie, you know, relating to Captain America-based characters. I didn't like the fact it was basically a Hulk film without Mark Ruffalo in. Red Hulk was cool, but I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the leader either. I thought he looked stupid. I know he's meant to look stupid, but he looks stupid in a non-good way. I wanted to see them go over the top, the comic accurate, you know, massive green head and a yellow and black jumpsuit. I wanted to see that stuff because I thought it looked cool. But no, they gave him like a college frat boy on a day off kind of vibe. And it weren't great. It weren't great. I wasn't a fan of the leader. I think there were some cool sequences in the movie, but unfortunately not enough to make it a fan favorite of mine. I liked it, but I didn't like it much. That's me basically being nice about it. With that being said, though, I still want to see, you know, Anthony Mackie. Okay, yes, I'd love to see Chris Evans back as Steve Rogers. Of course I would. I love Chris Evans as Captain America. I loved him throughout the Infinity Saga, but his story's been told. So if we get, you know, if it happens to be that the ending of Endgame filters into Doomsday and therefore we have to see Steve Rogers, that's amazing. But I don't expect him to take the shield back from Sam and become Captain America again. Possibly in Avengers Secret Wars, who knows, but ultimately I'd much like to see a story that honors what came in the Infinity Saga and what they spent 11 years building up, because you know, I don't know, that's just my whole sort of, I don't want to see anything from Endgame be retconned. That's my biggest, you know, Endgame is my favourite movie of all time. I actually feel bad about watching it recently without having watched the rest of the Infinity Saga to accompany that journey, because it's such a beautiful, beautiful story that it deserves all of its sort of glory and goodness to come with it, you know. But yeah, I'm really hoping that these leaks, these AI leaks, really do rein it in, because they're just shit. Excuse my language, but they're so bad. I really don't like the AI leaks. You know, obviously, I can't wait to see what we get with Doomsday, and given the fact that the production crew have teased some costume designs with their tote bags, I think we're in for a massive treat. You know, having comic accurate X-Men, having the Fantastic Four, it's like, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait for this film. You know, it is the most excited I've been for a film in a while. I'm going to be honest, like in a hot minute. You know, the last time I felt this much excitement for a film, I don't, you know, because obviously I was excited for Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts, but Doomsday just feels different. It just feels different, and I can't wait. You know, I can't wait. It's going to be an awesome film, but I feel like these leaks are spoiling. They're spoiling the fun of you know, making up theories and stuff. And that was one of my favourite things about the Infinity War Endgame period, is when there were constant theories of what's going to happen. You know, the Avengers have lost. How are they going to get back together? How are they going to stop what Thanos did? Even though, you know, you know, the damage has already been done. And there's so many things, like, and I feel like the AI is spoiling that experience, because it's like, it's giving people false expectations and false hope. And not only that, but these articles that are publishing it are constantly, you know, they're capitalizing on it as fake news, and it's just disgusting, if I'm being honest with you. Like, there's a reason why these films are so tightly wrapped during the production process, because they don't want anything to get out. And when the film is being, you know, just exploited by AI, and these ridiculous set photos are coming out of Robert Downey Jr. shushing Hugh Jackman as Tobey Maguire sleeps on a fucking chair. Oh. Okay, that F-bomb was unnecessary, I do apologise. I just think it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Like, and the thing is, as well, some of these AI images aren't even that clever, because you quite clearly, you know, you take the costume, the suit Logan wore in Deadpool and Wolverine, amazing suit, don't get me wrong, one of my favourite MCU costume designs I've ever seen. Probably, in fact, I'd say it's in my top 5 at least. Maybe even top 3. You know, there's quite a couple that kind of battling for it, I can't lie. It's one of the best suit designs I've ever seen. But in those AI images with Robert Downey Jr. and Tobey Maguire, they're using that suit. The suit was destroyed at the end of Deadpool and Wolverine. They literally made a whole thing about it in the movie, where, you know, he joins Deadpool in the, you know, in the reactor container, the atomizer, and the top half of the suit shreds off to reveal his abs. They made a whole bit of it. You know, it's like, why are you're not even making it clever? It's not even clever. Like, the suit got destroyed. So the fact you're, you know, capitalizing on that, trying to be like, oh, guess what? Hugh Jackman's in the movie. He could very well be in the movie. He could. Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds have both not been officially confirmed. There've been talks. I know Ryan Reynolds has teased it, but we've not had anything from Marvel saying, yeah, these two are definitely 100% going to be in the film. And the truth is, we won't get that. We probably won't see if they're in the film or not until the film comes out. I don't think we're going to get another 5.5 hour chair announcement. I don't see it. If I'm wrong, then I'll eat my words. I will eat my words, and I will admit that I'm wrong. But at the same time, I don't want to be proven wrong. I want to be left for a surprise. Yes, that does mean that the marketing and the merchandise is going to be very secretive, but that was the case for Endgame. Endgame, Jesus Christ, they had the original 6 Avengers. They had all the survivors of the blip at the face of their marketing, and they had Thanos. You know, because we didn't know Thanos was actually going to die 10 minutes into the film. And Endgame still managed to pull off some decent marketing. Yes, they went back after Endgame was released, but they're going to do the same regardless of, you know, they did it with No Way Home, they did it with Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, these films with all these massive surprises and, you know, returning characters and, dare I say it, cameos, you know, they're going to get capitalized on it. You know, you're going to get Lego sets, you're going to get Funko Pops, you're going to get Hot Toys, Marvel Legends, plushies, or you're going to get all these different things. You're going to get them. Just wait until the movie's out. And, you know, the same will happen with Secret Wars. When that film comes out the year after, you know, in 2 years' time. It's one of them things, like, you're just going to have to be patient with it. It's not that, you know, it's not that difficult. You just be patient with the process. Because if you're not, then it's just going to be quite disappointing for everyone involved. But yeah, that's my little rant on it. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. all in all, I'm extremely excited for. Next year is going to be the next 2 years for Marvel movies. I feel like they're going back to basics, because the last time we had 2 years back to back with both a Spider-Man and an Avengers movie attached to each year was 2018 and 2019 with Infinity War and Endgame. And this time around, the Spider-Man movies attached back then the Spider-Man movies attached were Into the Spider-Verse and Far From Home. This time around we've got Beyond the Spider-Verse and Brand New Day, with Brand New Day coming out next year, and then Beyond the Spider-Verse hopefully coming out 2027, just a few months before Secret Wars drops. I feel like both films, it's going to be, it's the right move, because the biggest franchises that I feel like Marvel have are the Avengers and Spider-Man, So to have 2 of those films in a year, or in 1 year, and then have it that again the year after, it's a good move. And back then, in 2018 and 2019 it worked. Infinity War, Endgame both made billions of dollars combined. Endgame took over as #1 briefly. Far From Home did really well in the box office, despite people saying it wasn't that great. I think it was good. I had my flaws with it, but it was still a good movie. Then, of course, you had Into the Spider-Verse, which people to this day still say is the best Spider-Man movie ever made. I think it's up there. I don't know if it's my favourite, but it's up there. It's a fantastic movie. So much so that I actually bought it on DVD. Yeah, I bought it on DVD this year. It's a great film. I can't dispute that. It's a wonderful film. Excuse me for yawning a little bit. And of course, Brand New Day, which is bringing back John Bernthal's Punisher and all these other incredible casting announcements. It's going to be a great movie. Going to be a great hopefully a great series of films from Marvel Studios. With 2 Avengers films, 2 Spider-Man films. Hopefully all kind of connecting to each other. I'm kind of hoping that there's going to be a few nods to what's happening in the Avengers films with Beyond the Spider-Verse, particularly after Avengers Doomsday, as that's going to be the next big one. Afterwards, I think Beyond the Spider-Verse is coming out in June 2027, so it's about 6 months after Doomsday. And then obviously 6 months after Beyond the Spider-Verse, it's Avengers Secret Wars. So hopefully within that time there's going to be some sort of interconnectivity. I know obviously Sony and Marvel and all that crap, but I don't know, I'd like to see it. I'd like to at least hear it be referenced like No Way Home was in Across the Spider-Verse. That's it, couldn't get my names right for a second, my apologies. I'm going to change characters for a bit. Let's get Spider-Man. And then who do we want to play as? I don't know. Who do we want to play as? Iron Man. Yeah, Mark 45. They are. Yeah, my favourite Iron Man suit in this game at least. I'd say the Mark 45 is probably still up there in my top 5 favourites. I'd probably say Mark 42, then the 45, then the Mark 6, then the 50, and then the 85. Or maybe it's the Mark 42, Mark 6, Mark 45, 50, and then 85. I don't know. I love this suit. It was my favourite Iron Man suit for a long time. It's just clean, it's cool, it's everything I'd want in an Iron Man suit. So much so that I'm really hoping that there's an updated Lego minifig of this suit in the near, hopefully in the next year. I love this suit, honestly. I love it. It's such a cool, clean suit. Plus, they added it to Fortnite for some reason, and I can't lie, the Lego minifig for that it just looked incredible. Yeah. I do apologise for my excessive yawning as well, guys. I'm really tired. I'm really tired. It's been a very physically energetic day. I've been on my placement, and it's quite an active role that I'm doing. I love that they gave Spider-Man his own wall crawling animation. That is just wonderful in my opinion. Although it's not working on here for some reason, that's a shame. There you are. I actually used to have this this minifig. Even though it's based off concept art, it was actually the first official MCU Spider-Man minifigure, and to this day it still holds up as one of the best. It's such a clean minifigure. I actually prefer the Spider a little bit on this one to the official one in Homecoming. It just looks gorgeous. Look at it. Look at it. So cool. You know, and then you got the spider on the back. It just looks amazing. Like I didn't think the suit would be that clean in the movie. And it's a nice suit. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I just, you know. Bit of teamwork between mentor and apprentice. This is something I really hope gets addressed when they inevitably fight. I'm not saying it's going to happen in Doomsday, because Tom Holland hasn't been confirmed to be in the film yet. But hopefully in Secret Wars we get that fight between Spider-Man and Doctor Doom, and he's the one. I want either Thor or Spider-Man to basically smash the mask off of Doctor Doom. You know, I really hope. That's a great line. Because I want to see him react to it looking like Iron Man, react to Doom looking like Tony Stark. Because they can't just ignore it, surely. Oh, Coulson. I do kind of want to talk a little bit about the rumours of Sadie Sink playing Mayday Parker. At first I was really against it, because I wanted Brand New Day to just be a very street level story without any multiverse shit going on. But I'm kind of, since she's been confirmed in Secret Wars, I'm kind of open to it. Kind of. It just depends really on what they want to do, because if she's going to be in Secret Wars, then, you know, I just don't see how they can just make it like a one and done thing. Like, okay, she's in an Avengers movie and a Spider-Man. Yeah, I mean, it'd be great for her. She's basically going to be getting guaranteed billion-dollar hits. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know who she's going to play. If it is Mayday, then I'm a little bit salty, because one of my best friends, I've been saying this for years, should be Mayday. But that's just me being biased, so okay. But I don't know. I like the idea of her playing Firestar. personally, from Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. I used to watch that show when I was a kid, and I actually watched it with my dad recently this year, which was quite nice. I wouldn't mind it being Firestar, because she's a mutant, and obviously the mutants are coming, and I feel like the mutants do play a part in like the street level stories as well. So it kind of works, you know. It does make a lot of sense for Spider-Man to be. Although I do hope they get a Bobby Drake in a, because I'd have loved for it to be Shawn Ashmore, but obviously he's part of the old X-Men, and those characters are being retired likely after Secret Wars. And also, you know, no disrespect to the guy, but I feel like he's getting on a bit. I'm not saying he's old, but I feel like he's a bit old now to be playing an equivalent of someone the age of someone that will hang out with Spider-Man. I feel like he's more of a mentor-like figure now. But yeah, who would you guys actually want to see play Iceman? I'm kind of, I don't really know. I'm kind of thinking maybe KJ Appa, someone that's a bit younger. KJ Appa might be a good one, although I can probably see him joining DC at some point. I feel like he's more likely to join DC than he is Marvel. Or he could do both. You know, we've not had an actor who's at least at the moment doing both simultaneously. It's either being you've done one and you leave and you do the other, or you start working both back to back to back, which I think would be pretty cool. Actually, be quite cool to see, and I feel like it kind of killed the competition of it, which might be a good thing this day and age, you know. But yeah, it's going to be really cool. It's going to be really, really, really cool. Yeah. Again, if this is a short stream tonight, it's just because I'm not, you know, no one's here. So it's like, we might come back on later. You know, who knows what we'll do. But yeah, also I kind of want to change games at some point. I'm not bored of this game. It's just I've done everything I really want, and I can't be bothered going through to get the rest of the characters. So we're just gonna have fun on this for now. Just flying up to the air. But yeah, we are going to start wrapping things up here, just because I wanted to do a short stream just to come back on and say hello, really. But yeah, that is going to be it from me. Thank you all for watching. I hope you're all well, and I'll see you all soon.